Thinking we go with 7. And can we go with 7? Alright. Let's I don't. Let's go for it. Let's go for it.
Everyone can see that. It has little to do with the race enigma.
Baby, don't be mean. Give him another chance.
Okay.
Anything for you, babe.
Okay. I guess I'll go with my second choice.
Look, babe. The mignon of law is also a racist. But his racism is basic and rote. He thinks he has solved the great race enigma by describing a rote mechanism of scientific competition.
So unadvanced.
The basic race education he received in high school has led him to think his phylum are the sole authors of race theory. An esoteric study reaching back to the ancient mass society of Pericarnassus over 4,500 years ago. Basic racist, I take pity on you. You clearly want to enter the harbor bad, like a little boy who wants to go on the potty. I can press the button for you. It will open the door.
That's all I wanted.
Very well. You may enter the door once. Our race conversation here has concluded.
Finally. Let's go.
So, are we winning, son? Did I win? I'm taking it as a win. Right, let's save. I'm now gonna immediately forget racism, because racism's bad. Oh, it cost me 1 point. That sucks. Oh, I didn't know it cost me points. But there's so many thoughts. Look at all these thoughts I could have. Oh gosh. Someone told me about a thought that was like, it was really good, and I should definitely do it if I get the chance. And I forgot what they said. Well, I guess I'll unlock a slot so I can do taxation, I guess. Cold-blooded research time. Okay, let's do that. I'm -2 on empathy, but that's okay because it's a pretty high stat. I've also got a few. I've still got. Where does it say my current skill points? Okay, I have another skill point. What should I level up? Yeah, let's actually do perception because that's actually going to be helpful. So let's do that. Alright. Wait, where's the door? I'm confused. Can you open the door for me? Was it this door? Okay, alright. We're in, boys. jacket, okay. Alright. Bottom. Typewriter. We're gonna interact with everything. Oh, wrong button, sorry. File cabinet, drawers are locked. The one left the coffee machine on, let's go. Sure, I'm gonna take some meds. And whatever that is. Oh, we freak it. I'm a pro gamer.
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. The white rectangle of the Revachol Citizens Militia is clearly visible on its back. This is your cloak. You can feel it.
Lieutenant, point to the cloak. I think this is mine.
Yes, it does bear the RCM insignia, and we are the only detectives in Martinez.
You think I should get it?
The service cloak issued to you by your station? Yes, I do.
As your fingers touch the tarpaulin, it almost feels like the cloak wants to deliver a message of comfort through your fingertips.
New
I will
jacket.
shield you from the elements and give my life for yours. That's what the cloak is relaying.
Cool. I mean, any cloak that's willing to do that is a cloak I want to know. Blue pen, cool. Postcard, nice. Ooh. Oh yeah. Oh, look at this. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. I don't know what that did.
All those empty wine bottles and cigarette butts on the ground. Someone partied really, really hard here.
Did I do this? Wait, how hard?
Well, they went through 6 bottles of potent Pilsner, 3 bottles of Commodore Red, and almost 4 packs of cigarettes. It must have been pretty hard.
That's pretty hard, to be fair.
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you.
This is really sad. I must have been miserable. Looks like I had a lot of fun. I'm still not completely convinced it was me. It must be an advanced scouting mission in the harbour.
Yes, this scene isn't exactly ripping with joy. Let's just move on.
How do I get down there? Interesting. Wait, hold on. Wait. The thought. All around you, great machines in something or other. Nice, you made it into the harbour. Yep, yep. White pine trees are painted onto the screen, covering looks like the forest. Okay. Right, that's the door we came in from. Buttons.
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marche and Arrête are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block. Marche. On. Arrête. Off.
Push on.
With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
Ah, yeah. We did it. I think.
And with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. The harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The crane can rest again, now that its purpose has been fulfilled.
What do you mean?
Moving this container, of course. For this purpose it was built. For this purpose it has acted. And now it will rest.
Crane. Gone but not forgotten.
I can't see how that was worth the wreckers, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
Which I admit was satisfying. See, Kim gets it. He knows what's what. There's this button there. Oh, some money, let's go. Faded lettering. Okay, that's that. Shipyards ahead is oddly quiet. The machines are sleeping. Oh, one rail at a time. We're gonna get to 60. Musk of oil and rust comes from the chasm in front of you. Fighting game. Ooh, ooh, hello. Hello. Ultra serious gloves. Let's go. What are my current gloves? Interfacing. Elster Corp and Shivers. Okay, cool. Physical instrument worker. Yeah, I forgot all these gave me buffs. I didn't actually realise. Let's put the good gloves on, I guess. I now look slightly cooler, so that's good. Secret orbs in shady areas. Containers, equipped to collect tear from the streets. Open locked containers. Okay, let's equip that, I guess. Cool. Now I look like a real cop. How do I stop using it? Stop using it. We are in the money.
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
The
Nice.
lyrics to this container song are being made up as he goes along. The accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisunt on Muindi.
Container,
Container, used to be wild pines. Container, container,
now
I
belongs
belongs
to
to Everett.
Everett.
Nice. Do not enjoy the man in his joyous activity.
Everett, 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 he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister?
Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister?
I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
A shadow passes over his kind face. What is it with you people and the scabs?
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat.
The truest thing we've seen through this entire journey so far.
Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
You're Ubi, right? What are you doing with those containers? Where is everyone in the harbour? The harbour is empty. Do you work here? What is the container over there? Point to the container suspended from the crane arm. I'm looking for the ladder to the dock workers. To the dock leader. Okay, I'm off. Alright, so you're Ubi?
Oh, yes. Born and raised in Irish, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then. Too old to lose my accent then. People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that where I come from. No, sir. Those are just nasty rumors.
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So
Okay.
it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
Alright, let's try it. Now, I failed like 4 evens on the bounce.
The containers in the yard are green in Wild Pine's livery, and the mountains rising behind Leo is all red in Union colors. It's like some red infection was spreading outwards from the container yard's core.
This looks like a massive redecorating operation, Kim. Leo, has anyone told you why you need to change the covers?
No, not really. Mr. Everett doesn't tell me all the big things. Says I go and tell them to everyone.
Yes, they are hiding it from the inside. All the red containers have the Debarders Union logo on them.
Oh, no trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all.
Where is everyone?
Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in.
He leans in with a confidential
We're
look.
on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't worked for 2 months now.
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Everard is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate. But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Everard sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so.
He stops, but is eager to tell you more.
Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business.
He smiles and leans closer.
Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Everett telling them to take some time off.
Don't go all bad cop on this simple, friendly fellow.
What did they actually do?
I guess the boys got a bit too rowdy and had to let out some steam. I don't really know the details. That's just how boys are, you know. I haven't been in a fight since I was in middle school.
Easy, Leo. Let's keep this on the hearties.
He looks for you for assistance.
Look at him. It's not gonna be anything useful anyway. Don't fight it. Better to go with the flow. Too late. Leo's mouth is still moving, and the words are spewing forth. Words, words, and look, even more words. Now he's talking about some drunk sawmill owner who... No, he already switched to a prized fishing rod he apparently owned at some point. You know what? Just cut in there with your questions.
Yes, yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick. But everyone calls me Leo.
The little man raises his hand in a welcoming gesture.
I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town, and Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everett is away. Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
Lady!
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
A real pretty lady with a skin like those douce sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio.
Do it, Sue!
But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes I am, yes I am.
Stay on this Miss Beaufort topic.
I think you're doing a great job around here, Leo.
Oh, Lizzie, she is a real sharp tool. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back, she was all fancy and lawyerly.
Lawyerly.
He respects that word. That's obvious.
But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood. Knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community one day, I'm sure. If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids.
Whoa, okay, that's okay, bit of a
Dr.
turn.
Lemaitre said so, and she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years she has.
He sighs and falls silent, watching you meekly with his blue eyes.
So Everett trained a lawyer named Miss Beaufort. Interesting.
I think you're doing a great
Yes,
job.
this place really seems to run like clockwork. Keep it up, Leo.
The lieutenant smiles at the little man.
Well, thanks a lot. Coming from you, it means a lot, really.
You didn't think it was possible, but the smile becomes even wider.
Sometimes I feel some of the guys don't really get how much I bust my ass for them here. But you guys are alright.
What's in the container over
Oh,
there?
that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
Looking for the leader?
Oh, you want Mr. Everett then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood.
He coughs, then continues immediately.
Guys like Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school we did when we were boys.
Easy now, Leo. I just want to know where I can find this man.
Oh, Mr. Everett is where he always is. In his office, of course.
He points to the 2 joint containers on your right.
Bye-bye now.
Alright, okay, well let's go have a look what's in the container that we moved. That's gone the wrong way. And then we'll have a little chat with Mr. Everett. Let's crack this baby open.
Before you stands a cargo container, just one of many in the yard.
Lieutenant, I think there's something special about this container.
You do? Because I don't.
What? Why not?
There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
It was hanging from the crane. I don't know, Kim. It just feels special. Inspect the container. Maybe there's contraband in there. You're right, it's probably nothing.
It's a cargo container, detective. Just like all the others.
He doesn't even look at it. Come on, Kim.
We are not here to interact with containers. We are here to get the body down from the tree.
Knock on the
No
door.
reply.
Open the
You
door.
attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement.
Impossible. Persuade the door to open. Can I, like, open it
You're
with something?
back before the cargo container.
No.
Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
Oh. Dang it. Persuade the door to open. I love that. The coffee in a giant thermos is still lukewarm. A stair made of pallets leading up. Oh, wait, whoa, hold on. Don't go up there. Oh, wait, okay. I guess we do need to go. Hello? Yes. Hello, Mr. Everett, I presume.
Before you is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you. With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you.
Are you in charge of the dock workers?
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat.
He gestures to a tiny chair opposite his giant desk.
I'm Everett Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez.
The man relaxes into his chair and continues.
I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
You go ahead, detective.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
He gives you a sly wink. Try to wink back.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's violating your backside.
Okay, it's unfortunate.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say. This should take care of that nonsense.
He points to a giant novelty check on his desk. It's absolutely comically huge.
It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
He points at it again.
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
Take the comically large check. Take the comically large check, but don't say anything. Keep it. I'm good. Leave the check. You can take that comically large check and shove it up your backside. Wait, you know Gart?
Yes, I know Lawrence. He's a real character. No union man in him. A real piece of work, that boy is.
With a grin, he points to the checker game. It's like you're on a game show. At least don't thank him for it.
Keep it, I'm good. I mean, I've got to pay him 60, so like 25 isn't really going to do me any good.
Okay, okay. I respect a man with principles. No handouts then.
He crosses his arms on his ample midsection and sinks further into the chair.
Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only 2 words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun. When he said, "Don't worry," he actually meant, be very worried.
How do you know about my lost gun?
I know everything, Harry. Right now, I know that you're worried. Don't be worried. Everything's going to be all right. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
Kim, composure.
Officer, we will deal with this later.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Oh god, I'm gonna fail this check and die.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun and those children are gonna shoot themselves with it.
Oh no, tried to stay
Mr.
cool.
Dubois, you
What is this, Mr. Dubois? He keeps repeating. What is he trying to pull here? You need to cool the fuck down. Chill.
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry!
Keep sliding down the chair like a jello shot. There are no Harrys, let your mind go to your safe place.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you having some kind of medical emergency?
Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
Nah, I'm as good as it gets, Mr. Dubois. Vaguely gesture with your hands above your head. Oh yeah, man, I'm effing terrific. Keep sliding. Actually, this chair is uncomfortable. I could use that glass of water. Sit upright.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time. And I'm an extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer questions. It is about time to stop embarrassing yourself. Questions will help you regain some of your lost dignity.
Aren't you going to ask me how I got in? You call me Mr. Dubois, why? Could you help me get a dead body down from a tree? Let's talk about my lost gun. I want to talk about the hanging. I met Joyce, the company representative. Wasn't the container that's outside your office. Everett, I'm going to leave now, but we might talk again later. Let's go with Joyce first.
Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here. Yes, we're all trying to do what's best for Martin 8. Don't feel like you shouldn't work with her just because you and I are such good friends. I'm not a jealous guy.
Whoa, that's so nice of him. Suspiciously nice.
Pretty sure I find that a little odd. What happened to the previous negotiator, Mr. Gomo? Joe said the previous union leader vanished under suspicious circumstances. Everett, Joe seems to think the union is lowballing her. Why haven't you let her in to see you?
Yes, yes. Low balling, of course. This isn't a casino, Harry. Real people, real livelihoods are at stake here. But everything's a casino for those rich types.
His expression makes it clear. This is childish and irresponsible behavior.
Previous union leader.
Vanished? Harry, the woman left her casserole in the oven and couldn't make it here in time for the voting. Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better go home and check. The election can wait. When she got back, the whole thing was over.
Wait, there was no mention of a casserole from Joyce.
Funny, Joyce didn't mention any casserole.
Harry, Harry, Harry. Do not fixate on this little matter. Maybe it was a rabbit stew, or a hairdryer, or an iron. The point is, her heart wasn't in it. Mine was.
This particular brand of humor he has, it makes for a fine distraction.
What happened to the
What
previous
do you
negotiator?
mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go.
Okay. You made concessions for the company in previous negotiations. Why would you let an ally like that go?
He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God knows how long he's got left.
You called him a rude word.
Harry! I have little people in my organization. I would never call someone a midget. What is this? Honestly, I'm beginning to think you're a midget, Harry. I'm only kidding, Harry. You're not a midget. No one is. We're pals. I'm just a nice guy, Harry. I wouldn't be where I am now if I wasn't nice. Politics is all about emotions, and I want you to have positive emotions when you think of me. If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
He doesn't want to see her. It's as simple as that.
Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely transparent organization. I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy. Just remember, none of this is secret.
He makes an all-encompassing gesture.
Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gum. Tell her about everything. Everett doesn't mind.
It is rather interesting to tell people things about each other, isn't it? It was nice telling him about her right now.
My dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbour. I couldn't possibly remember what's in all of them.
There's something special about it. It was attached to the crane.
Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch. Time is a precious resource, and I don't have enough of it to count containers with you.
Smooth talking. Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container. You should at least try convincing it.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to discuss it with you. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me.
I sense there's a but.
But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines. Incredibly talented at opening doors.
I've opened a few doors in my
And I'm
life.
sure you're going to open this one with flying colours, Harry. This really is very simple, and there's nothing shady about it.
There is definitely something shady about it. Spoiler alert.
An excellent opportunity presents itself, sire. You could win the trust of the arch-liar, pretend to play into his hand. Then, should you wish, bend his efforts towards your own.
Fantastic, my friend. Just let me know when it's done. You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Hardened socialist. A real free thinker, too. He'll tell you precisely where the door is. One last thing, Harry. Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door.
Okay, now we're doing crimes for the mob boss. Totally fine.
You might have noticed there's one hanging on a tree behind the hostel cafeteria.
Oh my. Don't take this question personally, but why would I get involved in this matter?
Mr. Clare, the man was hanged with a cargo belt. A steel-reinforced cargo belt. It's safe to assume the Union had something to do with the murder. Besides, getting the body down would benefit all of us. It's a stain on the neighborhood.
Yeah, the belt thing, say nothing. You are a community leader, help the community out.
I can certainly see how having him up there might start affecting some real estate values.
He licks his fat lips and smiles.
But of course, all joking aside, I am going to help you.
He picks up the handset of a radio phone to his right, then clicks the button.
Jean-Luc, my boy, I'm sending 2 police officers down. They have a dead body in a tree problem they need help with. Namely, they need it to be taken down. And, Jean, please take it easy with the race science. He's had enough of that.
He hangs up and turns
You
back
can
to
find Jean-Luc down at the gates, but you already knew that. Anyway, he's going to help you. Yes, your lost gun. My best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone. Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that. It's just a matter of time and effort.
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
I will not be blackmailed with this gun business. I don't care about my gun, keep it. Does this mean if I do things for you, I'll get my gun back? Hold on, could you be really holding my gun hostage?
Who knows? Only one thing is certain. If you work with him, you're going to get it back. And working with him might be the only way to do it.
Damn it, Harry. That's exactly what it means. I'm only kidding, of course.
He turns to the lieutenant.
Of course. I understand. We help you, you help us.
Of course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everard, I call you Harry.
That's really my name?
My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds of that?
I think the odds of that are very low.
It might be a good idea to hide your confusion. I mean, see what his game is first.
My memory is fine, I'm just testing you.
So good to hear that, Harry. Apparently my sources were wrong. However, if you did have a spot of memory trouble, I could help you out. With my big fat folder.
Fowler.
Words flow like a river of honey from his lips. I guess word has already reached him. No matter. No harm done.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
The lieutenant inspects Everett over his spectacles.
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now.
Asking too many questions will make you look weak. You should maybe focus on the folder. Don't just jump to the folder. That's not smart. Shows you're on the edge. Do some probing first.
Have another look at the folder. Screw it.
As you look at the folder,
Oh,
Everard
2 files.
covers it with his hand and pets it. Is he trying to hide that it's not a real RCM folder? It certainly doesn't have the RCM stamp on it.
That's not an RCM folder.
Okay, Harry, you got me. This is from the Census Bureau, not the RCM. Those Census Bureau people are absolutely corrupt. You should do something about them.
Absolutely corrupt, says the
Got the
absolutely
name
corrupt
from
man.
the Census Bureau, and everything else from your actions here in Martinez.
Yes, Mr. Kitsuragi from the Census Bureau. Like I said, now I'm actually a very busy man. So is there anything else I can do for you, Harry?
That means he doesn't really know anything about you. A pity. The mystery of you will have to remain a mystery for the time being.
So the Census Bureau says my name is Harry Dubois.
Yes, that's what I said. Try to keep up, okay? Let's move on.
Are you going to ask me how I got in?
Honestly, I didn't want to bring it up, Harry. I heard you have become Measurehead's race pupil.
I really believe in the mystery, and I'm glad I was given the chance. I hope to one day be able to contribute. I'm not a race pupil, I just listened to some of the things he had to say. It was a tactic I needed to get in somehow. It's not like I'm a racist now. Yeah, I'm a big racist. It's basically like that in my head all the time.
Of course, Harry, of course. You're not some kind of a fantastic racist now. And rest assured, no one's going to hear about it.
He winks at you.
No one's going to know what you did with race there, Harry. Your race bonanza is safe with me. Word of how racy it got will never leave Martinez. Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the chance to request it. What? Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any jolly fat guy, but I can't take slander. Are you actually investigating this?
The reaction appears to be sincere, but it's impossible to tell with this guy, honestly.
You've hurt me, Harry. Me, a friend. But you know what? I trust you, like I trust all my friends. And I know you'll never talk to me about this again, because you don't want to wound me. So do what you want, and let's change the subject.
He's hiding his real reaction beneath courtesy.
Thank you for your understanding. We will continue to do what we must.
You too, Lieutenant. You know, I like you, but you never were my favorite. I'm a Harry guy.
Team
I'm
Harry.
None taken. Did we have anything else to do here, Harry?
Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate.
Great, wouldn't want to get stuck in here.
Here, you're one of us now. A real red and white Union man. Take care, Harry. Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. See you soon.
Okay. So we blew it on the drugs thing. Joyce won't be happy. Hopefully I can get me badge back. I wonder if the rhetoric is any higher for this container now.
You're back before the cargo container.
No.
It's
Dang. I really want to charm it. I took so much damage there, by the way. Like, that was not ideal. Wasn't there anything else over this way also?
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads René Arnaud.
Search the
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up here.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table. It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man, René, is dressed in a Royal Carabinier uniform. The girl is young and very pretty. She is smiling playfully at the camera.
Why did you take that picture of René?
I'm going to ask him about it. I'm making an artistic photo collage game.
You're really interested in that old soldier. Not sure I understand your fascination, but sure, as long as it doesn't take up a whole lot of time.
Yo, this game is wild good, man. How the heck do we get down there is what I want to know.
So, how'd you like our harbor?
You've been in there, he means. Talked to the boss man too, probably.
Maybe Utopia.
It's but a rest area on the path leading across open plains. Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk.
I'm a bit right short on money. I can give me some of it.
Sure thing, my friend. I can help you out.
Try to catch it.
The
Drop.
coin narrative.
Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to throw it like that. It's a thing we harbor folk do. That was not meant as provocation or ridicule.
The boyadero stares at you with respect, then gestures towards the trickles of blood adorning your clothes.
Right, always glad to help out the RCM. We're on the same branch, you and I. Humans, I mean, not slithering scabs.
Everett said you have a key
A
to
key,
the door.
huh? What door is this key supposed to open?
You said it belonged to. You said it belonged to a weasel.
Oh, say no more. I got you. I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
Key to basement apartment. Okay. I saw an opportunity and I took it. I'm a hustling grinder. I heard something about a weasel and didn't sound like a local polar weasel, if you know what I mean. I'm not opening this door for myself, mumbling for all working men. I'm not really doing this for political reasons.
I knew this man was a commie. And it's
He
a good
smiles.
thing you're doing too. Thanks. What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the whirling in rags. That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means we keep out of each other's business.
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter. None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess. I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
He means he's not going to tell you cause he doesn't know. But he will shoot his mouth off with you now that you're working for Everard. Who he is and what they're fighting for. This is interesting.
We're negotiating our share. Aye.
Wait, so not wages or pensions or...
This stuff. They already covered.
Shouldn't you be grateful then? That's a lot more than most people have. However much you feed the wolf.
Never grateful. Were we ever grateful, we'd have nothing. You fight for every piece.
How large a share would you like?
All of it. However, right now we want all the harbor workers to be on the company's board, so they could take part in the decision-making process.
This seditious talk sounds like communism. Just so we're on the same page, communism is basically wanting to kill the rich people or deporting them to a labor camp in southeast Grad. But don't say that out loud if you're a communist.
I think it's best you
Everett?
make up your own mind now that you've met him. In my eyes, he is a capable organizer and a decent businessman.
What does bossing the union entail anyway?
I guess you kind of get to be the village chief. He oversees the harbor, makes deals with the owners or other relevant parties, watches out for his own.
By that, you mean corruption?
By heavens, why would he not be corrupt? We live in a harsh and disordered world, see? And in this world, the old man is corrupt for our benefit, and we know it. Appreciate it even. He is, personally, not too lavish.
The deaths seem lavish to me.
He is reasonably lavish, sure. That's his prerogative. It's not like you want a saintly demeanor on a corrupt motherfucker. That would be a manipulative illusion.
He's not wrong.
Besides, there are no non-corrupt systems in the world anyway. And moralism is the most corrupt of them all.
Not you would like to say. But then there's that weasel door. This man has political theory, and it has not failed him today.
Sure thing.
What is this? News of the world? Talk about personal stuff. Get to know him.
Wait, I don't even know your name. Who are you?
Call me Mañana. I'm just a humble harbor worker for the past 6-7 years.
Mañana sounds like a Mesk word.
but he doesn't actually look much like a Mesk. Not a given name for certain. It's a taken name. The kind for artists, or criminals, or revolutionaries and the sort. An alias. A nom de guerre.
I'm not. I'm Vasoliero. Not all masks have the mask look either, you know. Things in the real world are a bit more fluid. Stuff ain't always what it appears to be.
So it's a nom de guerre.
A nom de guerre would be more like Guerra Mañana. Now that we are getting so well acquainted, what's your name?
Be honest with him.
Honestly, I lost it while drinking. Okay, I think it's Harry. Conclude.
Harry. It's cool, but I'm sure you could come up with something even cooler.
Okay, I have a name for myself. Oh, I'd love to make that, man. That'd be so funny. I honestly, like, Inland Empire seems to be the funniest one. I already feel like I want to do a run that is just all Inland Empire. Like, convince Kim that there's a sexy dark mystery plot to it. Like, just to do some really wild fun stuff.
The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
The Merc was hanged with a very specific type of cargo belt, one often used for heavy transport areas, for example, harbours. In your opinion, are the dock workers involved in the killing?
What a thought. Why would noble workers resort to such a thing? Unless they were pushed, of course.
Pushed how?
Your dead guy was an enemy combatant.
What does that mean?
He was an agent of the opposition, attempting to undermine our honorable efforts.
Did you kill him?
I ain't the murdering type, but that's just me. Large organizations like our union have all sorts of men.
With all sorts of skills.
All sorts of skills.
He's not lying about not doing it himself.
Understood. This has been of limited use. Still, thank you.
No problem. I wish the best to you in your search.
Good talking to you, man.
Hey. Psst. Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
How come there's a word on the street?
You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pockets, literally murder all human beings regardless of their political beliefs. That kind of stuff.
Is this game inside my actual brain? Yeah, sounds like me. Down with the bourgeoisie and eat the rich are literally things I have said. I'm pretty sure I've said those on stream.
Funky style. Very funky. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it?
Roll up your sleeves and start building communism. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready.
Wait, what? You didn't say anything about those.
Too late to back out now. You can't make an omelette without
breaking a few million eggs. Roll up your sleeves further and breathe in the pristine air. Finish that. Yep. Here for that. Who did I need to talk to about the body? I've got the key for the weasel. Hello, we're friends now.
The unpromising race pupil returns.
Know anything about this mug? Don't do that. That's it for
He
you.
does not so much as glance at the object.
Stop showing me your pathetic.
He had nothing to do with it.
Everett told us you'd help us get the body down from the tree.
So it was. My unpromising race pupil entered the harbor and used my superior to give me orders. I salute your cunning and will remove the body from the tree with my bare hands.
You're so noble, Measurehead.
There's a but.
But while I am gone, someone must stand guard on the bridge. that someone needs to be you. Both of you.
This is not going to end well.
That would mean you're openly showing the people that you're taking the Union's side.
Wait, that means showing everyone that we're taking orders from the Union. Lieutenant, what if we don't want to do that?
This is the uncomfortable result of not taking it on ourselves. I can live with a compromise.
Listen to your little friend. Yes, that is precisely what it means, homunculus. This is not going to happen any other way.
Alright
Hey,
then.
see that they stay here the whole time.
Oh no. I just wanted to get the body down for the case. Could you move like a little bit faster?
The woman's gaze follows Measurehead as he leaves.
So, you guys are like cops or something? Look at him. His craniometric perfection. Are you cops or what?
We're just trying to keep things going from the crap.
Have you ever thought that maybe things should go to shit? I'm Katya, by the way.
You hear that? That sound. He's breaking something.
Yeah, Jean-Luc must be really tearing it up over there. I wish I could see it.
I've seen enough to dip on me.
Look at you! RCM rent-a-cops! Guarding that bridge like Everott's lapdogs! Is this where it's at now? The RCM is for sale!
And who are you? What is your business here? Why are your clothes 4 sizes too small for you?
Yes, I am an unbelievably corrupt cop. I am corrupt every opportunity I get. This is none of your business. I'll work with whoever I want.
A shrill
Right to
laughter
work.
interrupts you, echoing across Martinez. It's Kuno. Then
Also, wait, when did I say... Hold on.
the man turns to look behind him at the behemoth.
Oh, I didn't know you
appearing
could see
around the
those
corner,
rolls. That's interesting.
approaching him, walking past him.
That's cool. Uh-oh. Okay, alright, it's fine. Alright, we
The
did it.
corpse has been removed from the tree. Stand down and congratulate yourself. You have sided with Ray's victory today.
We did. We did it. Thank you for your cooperation, Measurehead.
Farewell, ham sandwich. You are a Union man from now on.
Indirect modes of taxation.
Nice.
Turns out those Financial Oversight Committee gangsters stuffed millions of hard-earned dividends away in the last place anyone thought to look. The hearts and minds of everyday Rivisholians. You need to spread that deregulation gospel to the people. Tell them about that foreign fair tax. Preach that 98% gross burden. Preach it, preacher man. Set the brothers free. Taxes are racist.
Okay. Taxes are racist. We are living in some interesting times. I didn't really want to lose one empathy though. That kind of sucks. Like, I might have to waste the skill point in getting rid of it. Alright, so, I mean, end of day 1, we got the body down. I'm gonna call that a win.
You missed a good show before. A kid came by and completely fucked the tree to pieces.
Some pieces, lad.
He fucked the tree up! Fucked it good! It was porno!
Okay.
By the way, Kipt is a racial slur.
Yeah, good job. Oh wow, okay, we're using some very inflammatory language. Oh yeah, kids. This is so superficial, kids. The race mystery runs deeper than you could ever understand. Wish I could have been here to see it.
Can't tell Kuno what words to use. Fucking kipped.
It looks like it does have a place in the future after all. What is this word? A museum. You want to belong in a museum, Kuno, with the old people?
Fuck you. Kuno says kipped if he wants to. Kuno's dad says kipped all the time. Kipped's a cool word.
Kipped, kippity kippity kipped. Kippity kipped, kipped.
It's like a little engine has come alive on the other side of the fence. An engine that only says Kipt.
Kipped. Alright, shut it down, see. The cunt has business to do.
I'm got empathy for figure out what's going on with this kid.
He's on your crime scene.
Wow, okay.
Bossing you around. And he's been here for some time too.
Kuno,
This is
City
where
of
he
Rage, Night City.
hangs
What's
out.
going on there? I'm intrigued.
You have to get more out of him. He could be useful.
I know this is this boundary pushing thing is new to you, but it's old news for grown-ups. Want to help the RCM bust a mitter?
No!
Face.
You told him about it and now he knows your name!
The city is not fucking lame. You are lame. Kuno's tired of defending Rage City from...
He waves his hands.
Just fuck off, alright? And fuck you too, putting Kuno on the spot like that. Kuno doesn't need to fucking explain his shit. Kuno's king. He rules here. Fuck did you want?
Explain himself? As if explaining some kind of work? Some kind of avant-garde work way ahead of its time?
I'm intrigued.
You must get to the bottom of this one of these days. Sadly, it's unlikely to happen today.
Kuno doesn't...
Alright, okay, so let's just save here real quick. It is still attached to the
lies
branch.
on the ground among the remains of an absolutely demolished pinewood branch. It's gently laid on one side.
Celebrate in a more reserved manner.
Mr. Measurehead has done a good job. Nothing is too broken or compromised. The victim is ready for a field autopsy.
Field
Yes.
autopsy?
1. Investigation of the scene. 2. Initial examination of the victim. 3. Field autopsy. 4. Transportation of the body to the morgue. We are on number 3.
The RCM's 4-phase murder scene processing manual.
The fuck are they on about?
Cop's gonna cut his shit up!
Do we have someone else with us? A doctor?
No, you and I are detectives. The honorary rank of detective signifies our ability to handle the entire incident chain. From autopsy to cleanup to social work. Everything.
Wait, honorary rank of detective? Yeah, I feel like a detective.
You are. Your station would not have assigned you on this case if you weren't.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
First, what exactly is a field autopsy?
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
What you do know is, at 18.9 kilometers, the dormant shield volcano, Corpus Mundi, is the world's highest summit, and the failure of the 38 single, Ep5 to crack the top 20 was the death knell of disco. But what a field autopsy is, you have no idea.
You don't... Why don't you know what you see? Do you have another breakfast?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay, I'll take it like a man. I have gardening clubs, maybe they're enough?
They are better than nothing. Tell you what, I perform the anatomical side of things, while you will take notes.
We just fill this in, right? Show him red, field autopsy form in your
That's
ledger.
right.
Open your ledger and fill out the form.
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts. Above those, An 11 field info form needs filling out first. It begins with...
Begin.
That's you.
Write the initials HDB.
The corpse is indifferent to your scribblings. Just lies there. The next
KK57 dash 08.
Yep.
KK equals Kim Kitsuragi. 57 equals Precinct 57, followed by his date 0803 and time of arrival 0815 on the scene. He's indexed the case after himself, not
you.
That's because he doesn't want to bring up the messy question of your initials.
Shouldn't you fill out the coroner's case under me? Technically, I arrived at the scene before you.
And what would that make the alphanumeric?
HDB 41 0803. Help me out with the time of day, anyone? 11:11. It's meaningful. 10:15. It's understated.
Inland Empire, let's go.
Good. Let's go with that.
The lieutenant is quite surprised you managed to come up with an adequate case number.
NA. Next. NA. Roughly 50.
Try 40. The damage is so extensive, it's better to err on the young side. He nods.
Mondial.
Fair to olive-skinned, from the Isola of Mwindi. This is as vague as it gets. You might as well say whitish. The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Fucky!
Male.
Pigs can have sex!
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
We're still going with March 4th. 51. What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
HDB 41 0803.1111 listens motionless with the cargo belt still around his neck.
None. At least not after the initial examination.
Not so sure. Didn't the footprints look like he was carried over?
They'd have to have incapacitated and carried him over. This man was more than a match for untrained dogwalkers.
Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then, somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosencrantz Row, Lieutenant Nick Feuerbach puts his hand to the chest of a small corpse, no larger than a monkey. It's raining outside, light drizzle. There is darkness in the shed. Elsewhere yet, an obese female sits in a wicker chair, her silhouette bull-like against the window. Outside, Grand Coudon. The day is turning dim for Sergeant Mac Dawson. Hand extended, he approaches, to make sure she is dead more than anything else. And so, all across Jamrock, Coal City, GRIH, 42 deceased persons found today, 42 stations of breath.
We should start the post-mortem.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
See, it's happening.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
The boots are ceramic, vitreous enamel. They are fused to his skin from blood flowing downward post-mortem. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
It would be clever of you to omit the boots altogether, sire. If you are to keep them for yourself, as you ought to, you have deserved them more than anyone else.
Tattoos. The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a map of the night sky. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene, using a Trigat Mini. The deceased has a belt for airlifting cargo around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color, yellow. Length, 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end. Well-nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age 42. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature, below freezing. Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
Touch the hair before moving on.
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Fucking low velocity? You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max.
Velocity was max, lad.
Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest. Consistent with predation. Ligature mark.
The lieutenant produces a small folding knife with the other hand pulling on the belt. He starts cutting into the polyester. The stench is horrid. After a while, it's obvious the material cannot be cut.
Steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
Pet the chain cutters. Hey, Wobbly with the raid. How's it going, y'all? Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Just gonna drop a little content warning for y'all. I'm just gonna quickly move up here. We're currently playing Disco Elysium, so it's a little bit extreme. We're currently doing an autopsy. Like, if that's not for you, totally get it. Don't worry. But like, you know, it's a role-playing cop game and it's pretty intense. But like, otherwise, look after yourselves, and I appreciate y'all hanging out. Pull up a chair, grab a beverage, and take it easy.